Aloha, everybody. Welcome to the joint committee hearing between government operations and our amazing friends at Transportation, Culture, the Arts. This hearing is Thursday, February 13th, 2025 at 3:03 p.m. Convened in conference room 225, being streamed live on YouTube. Unlikely event that we have to abruptly end the hearing due to technical difficulties. We'll reconvene to discuss any outstanding business at 3:01 p.m. Tuesday, February 18th at 225. I don't think that'll be possible because the bills will be dead. Public notice will be posted on our website. So in order to facilitate the hearing, timely manner, enforcing a 2-minute limit on testimony. First up, we have Senate Bill 1092 relating to transportation demand management, establishes demand management program in DHERD and DAGs to employees. First up, we have DHERD. Okay, thank you so much. Comptroller Keith Regan, DAGs. Written with comments. Is he on Zoom? Nope. Okay, next up, Deputy Attorney General. Oh, there you are. Okay.
Chair, Vice Chair, members, we still have the Attorney General provided comments, and I'm available for any questions.
Thank you so much. Mark Glick, Hawai'i State Energy Office. Oh. Okay, thank you so much. Mary Alice Evans, Office of State Planning and Development. Written in support, we have Climate Change Coordinator for Climate Change Mitigation and Adaptation Commission. Okay, thank you so much. We have Randy Pereira, HGEA, written in support. Abby Seats, Appleseed. They have sent communications in support. Mariah Yoshizu, Ulupono Initiative. They too have written in support. Eduardo Hernandez, individual in support. And we also have OMPA.
Hello, chairs, vice chairs, and members of the committee. My name is Kiana Otsuka. I'm with the Oahu Metropolitan Planning Organization, and we sent in our written testimony in support. Just want to note for the committee that we also helped to lead this study that's included in this bill, so happy to take questions about the study.
Okay, thank you so much. We also have numerous individuals, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 individuals. Kiana Osaka, Molly Mamaro, Amy Chang, Julie Kuo, Nathan Dubé, and Justin Menina all have sent communications to the committees in support. And finally, Michael Arakaki for DAGs.
Yes.
Is he on Zoom? Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay,
Hello.
we can't see you at all.
Oh. There we
Okay,
go.
go ahead,
How is
sir.
that?
Your 2 minutes are starting. You're up.
Okay.
Go.
Aloha, chairs, vice chairs, and committee members. We stand by the written testimony submitted by the comptroller and available for any questions.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate you staying within 30 seconds. So that's all I see for 1092. Anybody in the audience or Zoom world wishing to testify? Seeing none, members, are there questions?
I have questions.
Okay,
Okay.
go ahead.
I'm just kind of concerned, I'm concerned about this measure. Secondly, the question is, part of the bill, it says employees who opt out of offered parking at state parking facilities. So is this a mandatory program?
Yep.
Whoever. Now, you also said you will be doing a study, or you already did a study?
Okay. To the second question, we're just wrapping it up now, but we've
Okay.
completed most of the study. We're just working on our final report documenting our focus group summary, our employee survey, and then some spatial analyses around where people live relative to where they work. And then, is that, okay. And then
Sure.
first question was about whether the parking opt-out or parking cash-out program is mandatory. So it's not mandatory. It's a program that's meant to help address the really long employee parking waiting list. So we want to provide some sort of incentive for folks who don't need their parking every day by providing them a financial incentive to opt out of that employee parking. So not mandatory, just an option to help incentivize employees to not take a state employee parking spot if they don't need it every day.
Okay, aside from the parking, is this program mandatory?
No.
Okay. As long as it's not mandatory, and gives the opportunity for employees, because I think this covers all state employees and not only this capital employees, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay, the concern I have is we have to understand that there are many of our employees, young and old, who needs to have their car to pick up the kids or any emergencies that alert that they can get into a car and go where they needs to be. So that's a concern I have. But nonetheless, okay,
Is
I'll
there an
end there.
actual plan, or is it used to just study? There's no actual plan, right?
I guess I would ask you what you mean by plan.
Well, an actual plan, a programmatic plan down to the details. You've done a study,
Yeah.
but you don't have a plan.
So I have not a full-blown plan as part of this study, but we did develop some draft programmatic eligibilities for consideration for DHERD and DAGs. I've drafted some cost estimates, but not like a down to the details plan.
That's not gonna cut it for them.
Yeah.
I mean, they need a plan, an
Yes.
actual, I think that's what my colleague from the Big Island is saying. So there's clearly work to be done. Okay,
Yep.
any other questions, members collectively speaking? If not, let's move on to the next one on the agenda, 1093, parking demand management. Instead of transportation demand, we're going parking demand management, establishing a parking demand management program requiring DAGs to transition all state employees from monthly parking options to daily rate parking. Also appoints 2 FTEs. First up we have is the comptroller. You want to take this, sir? You're on
Sure.
Go for it.
Aloha, Chair, Vice Chairs, and committee members. We stand by the written testimony submitted by the comptroller and available to answer any questions.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate it. We'll noted that you've also signed up as well, in addition to the comptroller. We have Deputy Attorney General Stella. Stella. Okay, we have John G. McDermott, Ombudsman Program. They have written in opposition, Hawaii State Energy Office. Okay, thank you so much. HGEA, they have sent written testimony in strong opposition to this one. We have Mariah Yoshizo, Uopono Initiative, written in support. We have OMPA again.
Same comments from us, we sent in support, and we also did the study that's also in my next recommendations.
Okay, and then also we have testimony from, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 individuals. Of the 13, 12 of them are in strong opposition. 1 is in support. We have late from the Director of Transportation, Mr. Sniffen. E2 is in opposition, and we also have Tommy Johnson, Corrections and Rehabilitation.
I didn't share it. I'm Ellen Martin with Corrections and Rehabilitation, just like the
Okay, thank you so much. That is all we have on 1093. Is there anybody in the audience wishing to testify? Members, questions? Yes.
Question for the AG, Deputy Attorney General Cam. Good afternoon, Ms. Cam.
Good afternoon.
So in your testimony, I think this is the second to last paragraph, you mentioned about the pre-tax deduction being eliminated. Can you elaborate to these committees why that would be the case?
Okay, right now, there is a monthly charge for those permit holders who have state parking. And so that comes out of their paycheck. And so because that amount is set based upon whether they have covered or uncovered parking, DAGS is, or I guess, and I'm not exactly sure, I think it's DAGS, is able to deduct it out of their gross pay so that their taxable pay is less. It's minus that amount. But that would not be possible if they're paying on a daily basis.
Okay, thank you for the clarification.
Sure.
Thank you,
so much
Chairs.
for the question. Anybody else with any more questions? All right, let's move on to the last bill on the agenda, which is 1121, relating to transportation. Says that beginning January 1st, 2027, will establish a preference in the procurement code that favors bids or offers from construction companies with electric vehicles. First up, we have Deputy Attorney General's Office.
Good afternoon, chairs, vice chairs, and members of the committees. Let's have the Attorney General, and you have provided comments as well as a suggested change to the language of the bill.
Okay. Next up, we have the Comptroller. Go ahead, sir.
Aloha chairs, vice chairs, and committee members. We stand by the written testimony submitted by the comptroller. Joe Lee from the DAG's Public Works Branch is present to answer any questions.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that. We also have our Procurement Office.
Good afternoon, chairs, vice chairs, full administrator, state procurement office, we stand on written testimony, providing comments and concerns.
Okay, thank you so much. We also have Climate Change Mitigation Adaptation Commission.
Chair, vice chairs, I am Climate Change Mitigation Adaptation Commission. We submitted testimony in support and offered comments to expand this opportunity. It doesn't require any requirements, it just needs a reference.
Okay. We have late from Department of Transportation, written testimony in opposition, and then we have, this is from DAGS again with comments. That's all we have on 11/21. Anybody in the audience or Zoom world wishing to testify? Seeing none, members' questions?
Yes,
Go for it, Senator Sanders Ventura.
for DAGS.
Yes.
Okay, who's gonna testify for DAGS? Basically, I noticed it's comments, and I don't know about construction equipment. I used to own a all-electric vehicle, but what kind of charging capacity does DAGS need to build in order to have construction vehicles being all electric? Is it gonna be the same charger that they have or what?
Well, I don't know if DAGS would be building
Yeah.
it because this is gonna be out at construction sites. It's not gonna be at public buildings.
But if we're gonna require the bidder or the offerer,
We're not requiring,
requiring,
it's
we
a
have preference.
preference.
But still,
okay.
good?
No, I have more questions.
Oh, you do? Then what?
Do we have any capacity right now for the batteries of these of electric cars? I mean, what do you know what we do with them? If they end up having to be replaced, I mean, do they go to our landfills or where do they go?
I
Do you
do
know?
not know.
Does anybody know?
Great question that we brought up last year too.
Yeah,
Can I join in the comments?
yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
okay. When I chaired energy as well, I was concerned about the batteries for all the EVs at that time. And in contacting with the makers of the batteries, this was about 4 years ago, there was no guidance yet as to those batteries that are in the US. So, and there's no place at that time. So I think,
So we just
so it's
increasing
kind
to
of
the
moot
landfill?
right now.
Okay, thank you very much for that observation. Any other questions, comments, observations? 'Cause I like to just roll into the end. You
Okay.
guys are cool and can be happy with our recommendations. Oh, you have any? We good? All right, let's DM these bad boys. So first one, Senate Bill 1092. As we heard from the testimony, there's been a study but no plan. So we're going to turn this bill into a plan bill. And we're going to replace DHERD with DOT. And of course, we'll have them create a plan around all the elements in the measure and then report back to us next year, the effective date of 24/91. Members, questions, comments? If not, Vice Chair, 1092 SD1, I vote yes.
Recommendation on SB 1092 is to pass with amendments. Chair votes aye, Vice Chair votes aye. Senator Moriwaki,
Aye.
Senator San Bonaventura,
Aye.
Senator Vervella.
Aye.
Measure passes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Committee on Transportation, same recommendation.
Question. Okay, so is this a plan?
a
You said a
plan.
plan or a study?
It's a plan.
It's just a plan.
Okay, so the plan is, so the positions recognized in this measure, does it remain?
Well, we're going to keep it in there for WAM to decide. That's not our call.
Okay, whatever, okay. All right?
Yep.
Okay,
That's with amendment.
nobody else?
Same recommendation.
Nobody else with comments? Okay. For the Committee on Transportation and Culture and the Arts, Chair's recommendation on SB 1092 is to pass with amendments. Okay, Chair Lee? Okay, Vice Chair goes nay. Senator Elafante?
Aye.
Senator Kanuha? Okay, Senator Decord?
No.
Measure is adopted, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Senator. 1093, given the overwhelming opposition and questions of the measure, the recommendation is to defer indefinitely. We are going to probably work on a reso to keep the conversation going, though. And then finally, the last measure on the agenda, given the conversations, the opposition of DOT, what's happening with the federal government in Maui, it's in the best interest that we defer this measure indefinitely.
Okay,
Okay,
good job.
this concludes the hearing. All right, thank you guys. Aloha, bye. Oh, wait, sorry.
Transportation.
Same recommendations.
Same recommendation. We go ahead and pray. Hey, thank you. This concludes the joint hearing of Government Operations and Transportation's Culture and the Arts. Mahalo, everybody.